Orphan Black, Mom,
No.
we're really behind,
Yeah.
and we have not been spoiled. No looking at your phone. This is the last episode ever. Season 5, episode 10.
I think we've subconsciously been putting off
I
watching
think we have
this.
kind of been putting it off, but also we had to wait to do it.
Mhm.
But still, it's called To Right the Wrongs of Many, and it's the last one. I think Art's gonna die.
Don't even say it out loud.
Who do you think's gonna die? Someone's gonna die.
Well, I think we're going to kill some clones. I'm sure we're not going to get all of our clones scot-free.
They can't kill our clones.
I know, but they're bad.
Kill some of the peripheral clones we didn't know about. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Go to Kenny's store. I'll get the west.
That girl needs to die.
She needs to die in a good way.
Really, really hard, yeah.
This way.
Actually, walking and running will help make it easier to have a baby. So that's not a good place to have a baby.
No, it's dirty in there. This is the last time we're gonna watch the intro and not have seen enough. Don't cry.
I seriously am emotional about this. I loved this show from the first minute I saw it.
You made me watch it.
Yes, I did, and I didn't tell you what it was going to be about. And he needs to die hard too.
He's be killed right now. Why did they just kill Cody?
Water? Okay, I'll find you.
Don't give her water. Last person who gave her water got their face bashed in. Art needs to shoot that chick in the face.
He threatened Art's little baby, the little girl, his daughter.
She threatened Art.
Oh, she.
Yeah.
You know what I meant.
Agar, report. What have you got?
Good job, Art. That's what you got. Art, you should have just shot her in the head.
Just killed her. He's having a heart attack.
Yep, I saw him grab his arm
So did
earlier.
I.
We just need clean sheets.
You'll find that in an engine room. Here's a wrench. We need clean sheets.
Don't go.
Yeah, don't go.
Don't go. I want Helena to kill someone while in labor. She didn't even tuck her in a corner. She left her in the middle
Right
of
in
the
the middle
room.
open, yeah. I thought Sarah killed her once, so let's do it. Get it
Yeah,
done
it's
right
actually
first
kill her
time.
this time.
I thought we were organizing the helicopter.
Yes, we are.
He needs to do heroin first.
That's pharmaceutical grade. Methamphetamine.
Oh, so see, still some drugs.
Helena needs to kill Cody.
Helena needs to be the one to do it. Helena's gonna kill her, isn't she?
Why not?
Please.
We're so bad.
Why don't want her to kill Helena?
I know. Well, she's not going to kill her. She has to let her have the babies.
Helena.
Kill her, Helena.
Let's try this again.
Oh, she has to die.
This is more your style, isn't it? Down here in the filth and garbage.
Oh,
God, you're awful. Stab her.
You're putting yourself under a lot of strain for a man of your age.
Oh, you got shot. Don't talk about his age. He's touchy. No, he's gonna get shot. I'm telling you.
No! I got scared.
I noticed. What if Sarah dies? I'm trying to figure out who dies.
All lab rats do. In the end.
Rats can eat your face, okay?
Yeah, rats are messed up.
That's how freaks. And one of
This
them.
guy.
Jesus, she's bleeding. There's a lot of blood.
Hemorrhage?
Yes! Stabbed her in the heart!
Right in her throat!
That'll do it, hopefully. This girl
job.
don't die, though.
No. Good.
You need to
job.
double tap her, make sure she dead. Yeah, I love when she spits on people.
We're gonna do it, all right?
Don't waste your bullets, girl. He's gonna jump out like a horror movie.
No scary old spindly
Methed out
skeleton
bald
man.
dude.
Sarah, don't
I didn't
relax.
know. He's behind you, I told you. Oh. Poke a hole so you can breathe. He's frail. You can take him. He is on meth, though. There you go.
Good
Kick
for
him.
you.
Break his hip.
This is evolution.
Yeah.
Even as my biggest mistake.
Just kill him.
My biggest success.
Yes, yes.
I live on in your daughter. You'll remember me.
Gotcha. Did it just stick in his head?
I don't know. He looked like it was just a skull there, so.
Good job.
Well, now I can't figure out what's going to happen next.
I'm right here, Helena. Hey.
They better not let her die.
I was thinking that too.
Seriously.
She's thinking it as.
I'm gonna cry. That is a natural birthing position too.
Babies! That's a giant baby.
That's a giant baby.
Supposed to be a twin and a preemie. That kid looks 7. Babies! Now something horrible is gonna happen.
I'm waiting for it.
Everything's too good, so something horrible is gonna happen.
She goes into shock and dies. I'm feeling
us what's gonna happen. I'm just waiting for everyone to die. Those are creepy angel mobiles, and I want them.
She's getting her GED.
Oh.
I meant to go grocery shopping yesterday.
Oh,
To
S
buy
isn't
something
there.
good.
There's too much time left in
Yeah,
the episode,
yeah.
so something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, we're like halfway through the episode now, right?
Oh, she's in the garage.
Let's go say hi to Annie Allison.
This feels like a dream sequence, like things are too good.
Yeah, the color's weird.
The color feels like Helena's dream sequence.
Concrete floors don't pour themselves, do they?
Well, I don't pour them, but I do help the clients with the designs, right?
you do.
No, he knows how to
Concrete
color
floors.
floors.
We need to start finding the leaders faster, or else we're just sticking around down here. Hey, come on.
Go global!
He just sent another one.
You did?
Yeah.
We get to meet another clone.
Come on.
She's so beautiful.
Quit complimenting yourself.
What's the full sale sign doing out front?
We talked about
No.
it. You've never even taken responsibility for yourself.
No.
No, Sarah, go back in there and take your test.
Yeah.
Feels like her dream sequence.
Oh, it's from Casino.
What is? Hey, he's got little periodic elements in it.
Yes, this is the dream sequence.
So they just. Who's keeping Charlotte?
Yeah.
Did he adopt her? Uh-oh, what's that?
What's that? He got a text.
I'm expecting someone on the down low.
Who is it?
Do you know what Helena gives the twins for toys? Rocks. No.
My niece loves rocks.
How you doing, Sestra?
I'm good. No, you're not.
Call her out. Intervention time.
Akira has cousins now. She has a stable home. In the house where her grandmother was shot dead. Allison, take a bloody cue for once.
Oh, she's kind of right.
This is so cool.
When they just hand each other things, my mind still breaks a little bit.
It does. Felix, what are you about?
Yeah, Felix, what you getting into?
Who's this?
What's happening?
Rachel.
Why?
You're
What?
looking well.
Got new manservant already?
This is Yusef, my Uber driver. I have a glass eye, no friends, and no identity unless I want to be found. Leaves little room for elitism.
Let Rachel move in.
There you are.
Have a little commune.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh.
No, it's okay. Test her hard.
I don't know how to be happy.
I'm gonna start crying again.
Don't cry, Mommy.
If you don't clean up your room, I am going to string you up by your thumbs and stuff your dirty damn sock balls in your mouth. And I meant it. I scared her.
This is gonna be like their own little Sex in the City. They can get
All
another talk.
moms do this.
Look, the baby's eating
I
sound.
turn around. Sand. Where does this sand come from?
That's my niece!
Yes, and we all make mistakes. God, I was a drug dealer for Pete's sake.
Yes, you were. You killed a guy, too. You buried a guy.
Thank you.
You killed a chick.
You got what you promised.
What you got?
Rachel, you know you can't come in.
Oh.
Oh. She's got the list of all of them.
Yep. And please have a group shot.
I want a one shot with all of them in it.
Have a nice life, Rachel.
That's sad.
Yeah. How does she have any money? All of her money was tied with Dad. How are you paying for that Uber?
Yeah. That guy in the driver's seat's freaking out because thinking your thing's gonna bounce or something. I don't know how that works.
All of them.
Oh my
Is that
gosh, look at the list.
Christ? That's 274 of us.
What?
They're your memoirs? Yes. I finished my book.
Can we buy that book somewhere?
Please.
I call it Orphan Black. No, that's weird.
Title of the series.
Cool.
Mm.
We're all orphans, right? Yeah, that's what it is. Is that what it is?
We're not black.
My story is an embroidery with many beginnings and no end.
This is so
I
good.
will start with the thread of my sister, Sarah, who stepped off a train one day and met herself.
This is so good. Donnie looks styling. Oh, I took his shirt
Take
off.
his shirt off.
Still styling. Don't dance, Donnie.
Not exactly a striptease.
Oh, I think it just turned into one.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Donnie.
What's this? Oh, I like it.
Oh, gosh. The headband and the arm warmers thingy sell it.
Ay taro en Catena.
Oh, new one. Where are they getting their money to just travel the world and do this?
Did they explain to her that you have a clone?
Probably not. Oh, there was the cross with their other babies.
Oh.
It's time for you to tell the names of real men.
What's their names? Should be the two writers' names. Oh, Donnie and Arthur.
Arthur.
Aw.
A still life, and that was it. We didn't get our group shot.
I wanted to see all the clones. I mean, I guess it's good that they ended it.
Happily ever after.
Yeah, but
I feel cheated.
I feel a little cheated, I guess.
We got the main
Well, I
chorus
think the
thing
problem
together.
was like all the action and story ended before the halfway point, and then it was just good.
We kept waiting for the other shoe to fall.
Yeah, that's what they've conditioned us to feel that way.
Oh, here we go. Wait.
Oh, what's it? Oh, they people dancing.
Oh, yes.
There I am.
That's you! Oh my!
I was in the final dance party. I was like, wait a
I'm
minute.
freaking out!
Well, what do you know? I was like, wait, that's me.
That's you!
They have them all. Oh, look at what's her face.
Yeah, I'm just freaked out.
Yeah, there's that other chick.
I wonder
She's
if
there for the glue gun.
For the love of God, keep it in your pants. That's what he's talking about, and it's right here.
I'm tripping.
Yeah,
I didn't even watch a lot of it because I was.
that's that other guy. There's Nikki. There's Nicola. She just happened to have a. That's my buddy
Oh my god!
wearing my other costume that was not Orphan Black related.
at all. It'd be funny if they got you sitting on that other girl on the
I know.
sidewalk. She won't.
Show off. You're gonna show off, darling.
I made it. I was in it.
You were on the end.
That is so weird. I was at the end of that. It was a video.
I looked and I thought
From
that looks almost.
Comic-Con.
I started to say that looks almost like your costume, and then before I could say it, I realized.
I was like, that's me. And it's wig right here. Look at that wig. I was wearing that wig.
So anybody who's watching it and saw that at the end, Jessica was wearing first season Helena with the bloody spot on her white
And a
top.
fish knife where I got this scar.
Should have been wearing that the whole time.
Yes. Oh, my hair is flipped upward. Either way, you get the point. Anyway,
Look at your hair.
oh, whoa. The episode started with Mrs. S being back in flashback with Sarah, and they're at Planned Parenthood thinking about getting rid of Kira. Well, I thought it was going to be about, because they mentioned in one episode that she had past abortions, which I think was so sad because they mentioned it at a time when she was like giving up her life for her daughter and then like being reminded that she got rid of
And
other
I love
kids.
that it showed her have the reaction you should have
Yeah.
when you realize what you've done.
Then it goes back to Sarah trying to get Helena out of there and everyone's looking for her. Cody's not dead. She's just all bloody.
But it
And
was
then
nice that she got.
It
her
was
face
nice to
smashed.
see her face get smashed up a little bit. And PT does some meth at one point and then starts looking for them. And Sarah takes Helena down to the basement. And Inger is looking for them. And Art's in the building. And Art gives Sarah his gun. And then he goes looking for Inger and knocks her out and handcuffs her to the arm rail.
That woman didn't die. I just realized that.
Well,
bad
yeah,
cop.
Inger didn't die. She should have died.
I'm not happy now.
Cody finds Helena in the basement, and then Art also talks to Sarah, and she says Helena's in the basement. So he goes down there. But Cody takes his gun away from him, and Mommy, you thought...
Well, she walked up behind him with the gun pointing at the back of his head.
I thought Art was going to die.
I really thought, are they going to kill Art?
Cody doesn't want to get near Helena again because she busted her face up. So she makes Art go check on Helena and is like, you deliver the babies. And Helena's like, look at me, I got a pokey stick because Sarah...
close.
Was it a screwdriver?
It was like, it looked like a sharp, just like a sharpened implement.
But if it was a screwdriver, it'd be nice because remember she stabbed up one of the boy clones with a screwdriver.
I thought of that, but it was...
Take out the head of the boy clones. But she literally takes her head out because she and Art kind of like, oh, pretend she's hemorrhaging, and then Cody goes to check, and Helena just stabs it up in her head.
Right. Helena's theme song.
Sarah's wandering around with a gun because she's heard all the people say that they're going to pack up everything and evacuate to the roof. She goes into the delivery room place where they originally had Helena to go find like bed sheets. That's all she thinks of. She's like, a baby's being born, bed sheets. And then Art's like, there's more involved. And she's like, well, okay, well, I'm looking for the bed sheets.
He lists
I'll
off
look for some
things.
forceps or whatever.
Yeah.
But she goes in there, and it's all like, plastic sheeting around the room. And then she hears PT's voice, and he just starts like bothering her.
He's just being a punk.
He's just
like,
messing with her and saying, I own
yeah.
you a clone, whatever. And so she shoots through the curtain and then doesn't hear anything for a while and does that like horror movie, it's safe to turn around, and then he attacks her and tries to suffocate her with the curtain. But she pushes him off because he's all frail and old. And then...
But as you noted, he is kind of whacked down on...
He's on meth, so
he's got
I felt like it kind of evened out. You're like a frail old guy who's been shot, but he's on meth. You gotta be careful. She hits him in the face with an oxygen tank.
Smashes
until his face is dead. And the rest of him.
Yeah.
Then we get another flashback with Mrs. S and Sarah outside of Planned Parenthood. And Sarah's like, I decided I want to keep the baby. And S is like, alright, it's gonna be a lot of responsibility, but I'll be with you. Sarah, after killing PT, shows up with Helena, and babies are just coming out of her.
Yes.
And so Art holds her, and Sarah starts helping her has the babies. And it's intercut the whole time with flashback scenes of Sarah having Kira and Mrs. S being there helping her. And so Sarah kind of zins out for a second and like calms down and is like, just focus on me.
She's repeating
things that S told her when she was having a baby. And then she's all happy, and Helena can calm down and make the babies come out.
Then we got confused.
Yeah. Then it literally, like, at the halfway point, the episode just feels like a different episode. Because it kind of just cuts. And it really did feel like a dream sequence was just starting.
The
like,
coloring
the color correction on all the scenes, I'm like, everything's too good. Is Helena tripping out before she dies or something?
That's what I was scared of.
But it cuts to bassinets with little creepy stick figures with feather wings, and she's got 2 babies, and everything seems perfect. Sarah shows her, she's like talking to Cosima and Scott and studying for a GED, and you see the house and they're packing it up. And then you see that Donnie is helping Helena, and that Helena's actually living in their garage, and Allison's there, and they're talking about how Donnie got a nice job. And I'm like, all of that seemed like fake. It seemed like everything was just perfect and happy for people.
Slowly but surely they're finding other clones.
Yeah,
it's very slow work.
Cosima and Delphine are looking to find more clones to give the cure to, and they give the cure already to the ones they know. And someone, I can't remember if it was Art or someone, found another clone, so they're going to go give her the thing. Then Felix comes back into town, and he's all upset because she's selling Mrs. S's house. And then Sarah goes to take her GED. And then she don't go in, and clearly she's pushing people away.
Felix has a successful, show in New York, so he's now. Everybody was getting their happy endings of what, and it still felt a little bit. Not
it
real.
felt odd, a little odd. Yeah. And then we see another flashback with Mrs. S saying that like Sarah needs to be still, and that Mrs. S will be their supporter, and she's like, I don't need nothing from you. So she's feeling alone a little bit.
Missing her mom.
Then it goes to the baby shower, which is at Allison's place, and everyone's there, and everyone just seems happy. Everyone's having a good time. Mm-hmm. Sarah shows up, and she doesn't want to go talk to them right away, and she goes in the kitchen and gets a beer. And then Delphine shows up and is like telling her encouraging words about S, and she don't want to hear none of it.
Making me cry. Everything they say about with S made me cry.
Yeah, Mom cried. Then like everyone comes into the kitchen and is asking her how her test went, and she's lying to everyone like, oh, yeah, good, just vague answers. And then Allison starts in on like calling her out, like Sarah needs to hang out more, and that they're all free now, and why is she leaving? Because they want to be a sisterhood. And Sarah's like, dude, my mama died in that house. I have a right to want to move. Allison, read the room. Then Felix gets a text, and he, like, slyly looks at it and goes to the window, and that one dude, Colin, that he's with is like, what are you up to? Then it cuts to later, and Sarah's outside by the fire, and then Cosima goes out, and then Allison goes out, and they're all just talking a little bit. But then Felix goes out and meets Rachel in an Uber, and they've made some sort of arrangement deal. And then it sounded like Rachel wanted, like, it's sad for Rachel. Like, Rachel's a really sad character because she, like, she knows she can't be part of them after everything she's done, but, like, she's still, like, half of her doesn't want to be, but then the other half of her is, like, alone.
And she just makes a show.
And she wasn't, she asked about the babies, but he's like, you know, you can't go in there. It was sad to me. She's sad, and she's poor, but she got money for Uber, and so whatever. And then out by the fire, Helena comes out, and she's, like, the only one that really knows something's up with Sarah. And so Sarah kind of, like, starts venting about how she just feels like she's making mistakes. She's lost. She ain't got no guidance now, which Sarah's always needed. Yeah. And she's just afraid of, like, all the mistakes she's making and blah, blah, blah. And then Allison's like, guess what? I'm kind of awful, too. And then Cosima was like, me, too. And everyone they're all like, oh, we're bonding. We're all talking.
It had to do with motherhood. We see a little bit, like, that morning when it's time for Kira to go to school, she hadn't even gone shopping to buy the food. And she's missing S because S was the mom of all of them. And so it's a combination of all of it, but it all comes back to, like, what kind of a mother am I type thing.
Yeah, and now she's actually an orphan.
Yeah.
Just sad.
Yeah. It made me laugh when Allison's telling horrible things she said. And all moms are going, oh my gosh, I have a story like that. And Felix gets the list from Rachel of all of the clones that are still out there, and brings the list in to the girls in the back.
Yeah, and he's like, there's like 200 something of them alive still. And so they're like, all right, we can go cure all these girls, and they won't have to go through what we went through. And Helena's like, it's cool and all, but I wrote a book.
I have a book.
So she's like, here's the book I wrote for my kids about our life and our story, and she called it Orphan Black.
And they all laugh.
They're like, that's a stupid name. And of course, I love that Allison's the one to go, but we're not black. And so she starts reading the story, and she starts with Sarah, and then it kind of just, I think, fades off. But I want to read that whole book.
I know, you said you want to buy that book.
I'll buy that book.
That was a cool leather-bound little thing.
And you know they filled out a few good pages for them to flip through on set. I want to read all of it.
Yep.
The ending didn't make a whole lot of sense in the sense that, like, okay, this big company's under investigation, and then all of a sudden you just come out, and this chick has 2 newborn babies, and there's dead people inside, and all this stuff. And so why hasn't it blown the whole lid off human cloning?
That's what I thought it was going to do.
Money, like, it would be a concentrated effort to get all of these women cured.
That's what they should have done.
It could be an international scandal, which is similar to what they did in the comic books.
Why didn't they do that?
I don't know.
And how can Art go back to work? There were other people in the department that were also part of it.
Yeah. And his partner was all, chained up in a hallway somewhere, a stairwell.
They should have made one more episode.
They should have made... It's funny, they really should have done one more season with this. Yeah. There was so much story crushed in. Then it kind of just... There's a bunch of short little cuts of, like, everyone's life is happy now. Allison's making music, and Donnie comes in and does a silly little strip dance, and then they're like, oh, I love you. And so they're all happy still.
And they don't even tell the new clones, anything about it.
Yeah, they just seem to think they're getting an inoculation. Not like, oh, you're a clone. This whole big thing blew up. If you happen to see yourself walking down the street, try not to freak.
Don't freak out. Or call us. Here's our card.
But yeah, so then we see Cosima and Delphine are over giving cures to the one chick they found, and then the one chick kind of hits on Delphine, and then they're like, all right, we gotta go to Brazil next to cure the next set.
There's 14 there, so
yeah, so they're just, where are they getting the money to do that?
Yeah,
but they're just jet setting and curing people without telling them. Then the end of Helena's story is it pans over from the little cross where her little frozen babies she buried to her with her 2 sons who are orange and purple, and she's taking their things off and deciding to give them real names
of
real men, and it's Arthur and Donnie, and then that's the last we see of Helena. And then the last thing we see of Felix, Sarah, and Kira. It looks like they're all living in the house because Felix's art is up, and they're still living there. They haven't moved. and they're all planning to just go to the beach and joking and being silly and being
Fishing and
happy.
having a good time.
And then Sarah closes the door, and then it just ends with like
A
just
still life.
of just their house.
Very
And then
domestic food, bowl of fruit on the table. Yeah, everything's
credits. I don't,
I do feel robbed still.
it feels like I think the problem was they made the most like climactic stuff in the first half, and then the whole second half was just like, look, everything's better, every problem was solved, everything is how it should be, and
it really didn't, because they didn't blow it up and tell the world.
Because from the comic books, it was gonna be, that was their plan. They were gonna completely expose them, and then they couldn't, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that Dyad and Neolution and all those things had this big controversy, and people died in that building that the cops were watching.
Somebody
Babies
had
were
to find
born in that building.
Yeah.
And so if there wasn't a cover-up and Rachel released all that information, like, nothing big came of it.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
And all the other clones are just totally oblivious. That's not right. That's not fair to them. And as for the Sestras, they should feel those people have a right to know.
Well, yeah, but even still, I mean, it just, on the international intrigue scandal that would have blown up from, like, the information that Rachel sent out, nothing really came of that.
Things can happen still in the future.
Yeah.
They can pop up again.
I don't know.
Another head of the snake.
But yeah, I just think the problem is that, like, of course you don't want something bad. It's like a double-edged sword, because if you give an audience exactly what they want, they're gonna feel like unsatisfied. But then if you make things horrible, they're like, why did you do that? The characters.
Oh no, I wanted a happy ending.
You want a happy ending, but you want at least some window of, like, the problem is you don't want to like definitively end something. You want to have a little hint of just letting the audience fill in what could come for those people, and they didn't do that. I think that's what the issue is.
But then also they spoiled us, because they did the clone dance party where they had all of them dancing together. Then they gave us the Thanksgiving dinner, which they joked about at Comic-Con, and then we got the girls sitting around.
Yeah,
that was like first season stuff.
Yeah, I wanted some blow your mind level, like, amount of clones in a room.
Yes,
and as Mom and I were talking before we saw us, we were like, that would be like the big end all of.
I
like,
even said they have to do that.
After they blow it all up and announce to the world what Neolution is, they have this big, like, mass inoculation, and they start, like, going around the country and bringing in. Going in the world and bringing in everyone to one location to get inoculated.
Walking into doors of like I said, an auditorium.
Yeah, I wanted a shot with like 200 clones in it.
Or at least 100 something clones.
Come on, or give me like a solid
more
20.
than a dozen or something.
Yeah, but seriously, that would have been cool. Yeah, they had so many commercials. I'm like, you're paying for something. It should be the CGI on a big crowd shot.
Even Crystal should have finally had her eyes open, because whenever that Australian girl, she's never got the Sarah looked just like her.
Yeah, that's what's funny too. So like, I think the thing is that they could have wrapped so much more up if they did do another season. But I get why they wanted to just finish it. But they did put a whole lot of story this season that could have been stretched over two whole seasons.
Easily been.
Yeah, at the end, they showed me at Comic-Con and Nicola, my buddy, dancing in Felix's apartment. So weird.
Just for anybody who doesn't know what that is, it was at Comic-Con, they had an off-site party that, was it a Tumblr? Was it Tumblr?
Yeah, it was a Tumblr event.
And they had a big green screen out front, and people just walked up and they danced out front. They showed them on the website so you can see it. So there was a clip of everybody dancing, and
at Felix's apartment.
At Felix's apartment. They used for the green screen, it became his apartment.
Anyway, it's over.
It's over.
That's sad.
I cried.
Mommy cried. I have no emotions. But yeah, so that's been cool.
It's been awesome.
Thank you guys for watching all these times. Sorry we're late.
Thanks for your patience.
Yeah, patience. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. It's odd that it's over. It's been, like I said, years and years. So I guess we're gonna, I don't know, go outside, something. I don't know. Was it good?
It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
All right. So, if you guys want to watch any of the old videos, they're all in the playlist. And any of my other shows you watch are in my different playlists. And hopefully you guys will check them out. Otherwise, if you were just here for Orphan Black, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. But
you can still tell them to rate, comment, subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I usually say I'll see you guys next time. But there's no more next time with Orphan Black. Unless there's an event or something. But, yeah. So, rate, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys whenever. Bye. Bye.